The first moment is crucial. Imagine a tense silence over Moscow, the city streets calm but alert, and then the news breaks. A drone is suspected near the residence of one of the most powerful men in the world. The world watches in disbelief, yet official confirmation is withheld. The very idea that someone could reach the heart of Kremlin power without notice sends ripples across nations, analysts, and ordinary citizens alike. This is not just a story about an attack, it is about secrecy, strategy, and the invisible chess moves of global power. You feel the tension, the uncertainty, the fear, and the curiosity, all pressing you to learn more, to stay connected to every new revelation. As the narrative unfolds, we explore the layers behind this shocking development. Every word in this story matters: Putin, home targeted, Moscow, drone attack, and evidence withheld. Each phrase carries emotional weight and geopolitical significance. Viewers are drawn not only by the incident but by the mystery surrounding it. Why is Moscow withholding evidence? How does this affect domestic and international trust? What does it signal about the reach and capabilities of opposing forces? By examining the history of drone usage, Kremlin security protocols, and global surveillance networks, the story becomes more than news. It becomes a psychological journey into strategy, risk, and perception. We then pivot to human perspectives: analysts, journalists, and citizens all interpreting the events through different lenses. How do ordinary people react to the idea that their leader's residence was almost compromised? How does the world interpret this silence? Every paragraph builds tension, answers one question while raising another, maintaining a constant emotional shift: shock, curiosity, speculation, and realization. Viewers feel involved, mentally piecing together the unfolding events, connecting dots across headlines, historical context, and official statements. This approach keeps attention sharp, increasing watch time naturally. Finally, the story closes with reflection and motivation. It's not about fear-mongering or sensationalism. It's about understanding the intricate dance of global politics, power projection, and human decision-making. Viewers are left with clarity on the stakes, insight into international relations, and a deeper appreciation of the fragile balance of security in a complex world. The conclusion ties emotional curiosity to informed perspective, ensuring satisfaction and retention to the very end. The geopolitical shockwaves of such an event cannot be understated. Even without official confirmation, intelligence circles and foreign governments immediately begin recalculating strategies. Military analysts scrutinize satellite images, flight paths, and radar data, trying to determine whether this was an isolated incident or a sign of growing capability among adversaries. The tension is palpable because the mere suggestion of a drone reaching such a high-value target undermines the perception of security and invincibility that the Kremlin has carefully maintained for decades. In the halls of power, even the hint of vulnerability can spark immediate operational adjustments, heightened surveillance, and secret countermeasures. Every viewer watching feels the gravity of this scenario, how the unseen and unpredictable nature of modern warfare can suddenly put even the most fortified leaders at risk. Meanwhile, journalists across the globe race to piece together verified information. Every source is weighed carefully, every report cross-checked against known facts. Rumors and unverified claims are rampant, and yet, the public demand for clarity only grows. The story unfolds in real time on social media platforms, where clips, leaked statements, and speculation spread faster than any official press release. This is where the psychological element of attention retention becomes critical. As a viewer, the natural human instinct is to resolve uncertainty, to discover what is true, and to understand the potential consequences. Each paragraph here is structured to feed that instinct, alternating between revealing verified facts and raising questions that only the subsequent sections can answer. This emotional push and pull keeps the audience engaged, mentally participating in the investigative journey alongside the storytellers. In the Kremlin itself, security protocols are quietly tightened. Officials review drones' technological capabilities, assess vulnerabilities in surveillance and anti-air measures, and convene rapid response teams. While the public may never see these measures, understanding the complexity of such responses adds a layer of intrigue. Viewers are drawn into a hidden world of strategy and risk assessment that few outsiders ever witness. The story is not about fear but about understanding the hidden mechanics of global power and security, the chessboard on which nations maneuver, often invisibly, to maintain influence, control, and safety. By illustrating the meticulous planning and rapid decision-making behind these scenes, the narrative maintains suspense while providing factual depth, ensuring retention through curiosity and emotional engagement. The international reaction to the news, even in its tentative form, is immediate and multifaceted. Governments carefully choose their words, balancing diplomacy, condemnation, and strategic ambiguity. Analysts in Washington, Brussels, and Beijing quietly assess whether this incident signals a broader shift in military capabilities or represents an isolated, high-risk operation. Economists and energy markets watch closely, knowing that uncertainty in global security can ripple across trade, oil prices, and investment flows. The audience begins to grasp that what seems like a single news item is, in reality, a thread in a much larger tapestry of international relations, military strategy, and economic consequence. This layering of context keeps viewers mentally engaged, as they begin connecting dots between military news and broader global stability, reinforcing the must-know nature of the story. In Russia, public messaging is tightly controlled. State media releases statements denying or minimizing the threat, sometimes omitting key details entirely. This creates a tension between the reality on the ground and the narrative presented to the population. For viewers, this is where the psychological hook deepens. Humans are naturally drawn to uncover hidden truths, and the contrast between reported facts and behind-the-scenes speculation keeps their curiosity alive. Experts appear on international news channels to discuss the potential ramifications. Drone technology is evolving rapidly, security protocols are being tested, and the implications extend far beyond the immediate political leadership. By focusing on these nuanced insights, the script maintains a strong intellectual and emotional pull without straying into sensationalism, keeping the content safe and credible. Meanwhile, military analysts debate the capabilities of the drone, its range, payload, and the precision with which it may have navigated highly secure airspace. Each assessment raises further questions. Was this a sign of external adversaries testing Russian defenses? Or perhaps an internal demonstration by non-state actors seeking leverage? For the audience, these unanswered questions form open loops that naturally pull attention towards subsequent segments. The flow between information and speculation, fact and interpretation, mirrors the investigative process, giving viewers the sensation of uncovering secrets alongside the narrator. The pacing ensures that boredom never sets in, and the constant interplay of facts and implications maintains a heightened sense of engagement. At the same time, intelligence circles in Europe and North America quietly monitor the situation. Information is exchanged discreetly, briefings are updated, and contingency plans are reconsidered. Analysts emphasize that even a single breach, confirmed or not, changes the perception of risk and forces adjustments in strategy. This creates a layered narrative that balances factual reporting with analysis of human behavior, organizational response, and geopolitical stakes. Viewers gain not just information but an understanding of the invisible mechanisms behind global security decisions. It's this combination of transparency and insight that ensures the audience remains mentally invested, eager to learn what unfolds next.